Hello, my name is Kylie Connolly, and I am a third-year medical student at the University of South Carolina School of Medicine, Greenville. My project is the stress in EMS, Autonomic Imbalance and Burnout over 12-hour shifts. In this study, we investigate the relationship between autonomic nervous system imbalance and provider burnout over 12-hour EMS shifts. Provider burnout is a job-related stress syndrome and is a combination of exhaustion, decreased productivity, depersonalization, and decreased feelings of personal achievement. Provider burnout rates are higher in emergency medical technicians, EMTs, and predisposes these providers to poor health outcomes such as premature disability, substance abuse, and suicide. Studies have associated autonomic nervous system imbalance with health outcome. Heart rate variability, or HRV, is the measure of the variation in time between each heartbeat. If a person's system is in more of a sympathetic or fight or flight mode, the variation between heartbeats is low. If a person is in more of a parasympathetic or a relaxed state, the variation between beats is high. In other words, the higher the heart rate variability, the healthier the autonomic nervous system balance. High heart rate variability and autonomic nervous system balance is associated with lower risk of poor health outcome. 30 EMS providers, 10 EMTs, and 20 paramedics on 12-hour shifts were tested via a PPG sensor before and after their shifts to test heart rate variability. After the shift, providers completed the Maslow burnout inventory to assess for emotional exhaustion, depersonalization, and personal accomplishment. We found that on average, males had higher depersonalization than females. Certification and gender showed an interaction as male EMTs had significantly higher depersonalization than females. A one-way MANOVA showed heart rate variability did not differ prior to and following shifts, and Spearman's correlation showed no significant relationship between heart rate variability and burnout. While we found no significant relationship between heart rate variability and burnout, and no change in heart rate variability over 12-hour shifts, these results themselves are notable. Typically, sympathetic and parasympathetic tone show circadian rhythmicity, with sympathetic peaking in the morning and decreasing throughout the day. The opposite is true for parasympathetic tone. This means EMS providers are experiencing high rates of sympathetic arousal throughout their shifts, which prevents parasympathetic activation. Further research will explore impacts of overall increased sympathetic tones across shifts and the circadian rhythm of EMS providers. This study was funded in part by a University of South Carolina Provost Internal Grant and a University of South Carolina Aspire Grant. I would like to acknowledge and thank Greenville County EMS for allowing us to conduct our research at their station. Thank you for attending this presentation.